Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNSFANS. Let's get to the news now, Browns fans. You know how much we're all about staying on top of every move, every development, especially when it comes to our coaching staff and how they're shaping this team for the upcoming season. And right now, there's some serious buzz around Kevin Stefanski and his latest comments about Ben Johnson, the Detroit Lions' offensive coordinator. It's not just small talk. It's a statement about what the Browns see in Johnson's work, and let me tell you, it's got the whole fan base talking. Kevin Stefanski, always known for his thoughtful approach and strategic mindset, recently revealed why he's so impressed with Ben Johnson. And for Browns fans who have been following the team closely, this isn't just another coaching comparison. This is about understanding what kind of offensive genius could influence the AFC North landscape in the near future. Johnson, who's been making waves in Detroit with his innovative offensive schemes, has drawn attention from many NFL insiders, and Stefanski's comments only add fuel to that fire. What Stefanski highlighted is that Johnson's ability to adapt and innovate in real time, especially during high-pressure moments, is what sets him apart. He's known for his creative play calling, his knack for maximizing his players' strengths, and his ability to keep defenses guessing. When Stefanski talks about being impressed, he's not just being polite. He's giving a subtle nod to a potential future rival who could be a thorn in the Browns' side for years to come. And of course, Browns fans know how crucial offensive coaching is, especially when it comes to managing a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, who needs a scheme that plays to his strengths. But let's take a step back and really analyze what this means for the Browns. We're in a division where the competition is fierce. Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Cincinnati Bengals are all constantly evolving. The AFC North has always been known for its gritty, tough football, but this offseason signals a shift. The fact that our head coach, Stefanski, is openly admiring a coach like Ben Johnson shows that Cleveland is watching, learning, and possibly preparing to raise its own offensive game to a new level. Johnson's offensive philosophy is characterized by a mix of modern spread concepts, quick throws, and a creative use of motion to create mismatches. That's exactly the kind of approach that could elevate a Browns offense that, at times last season, looked promising but inconsistent. With Deshaun Watson now having a full offseason to gel with his new weapons, and with the Browns potentially adopting some of Johnson's innovative ideas, fans should be excited. This could be a year where Cleveland's offense becomes one of the most dynamic in the league, capable of putting up points against any opponent, especially when it counts. You see, for Browns fans, it's not just about who we have on paper. Although having players like Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, and a solid offensive line is huge, it's about how the coaching staff maximizes those talents. Stefanski's praise for Johnson hints at the kind of strategic thinking that could be a game-changer in the upcoming season. And if Cleveland can incorporate some of that offensive creativity, we might see a team that can go toe-to-toe with the best, even in the playoff crunch time. Of course, all this talk about offensive schemes and coaching comparisons might seem like just words, but they carry weight. They show that the Browns are paying close attention, learning from the best, and aiming to stay ahead of the curve. Remember, last season was a roller coaster. There were moments of brilliance, but also stretches where the offense struggled to find consistency. A coaching staff that's inspired by and learning from someone like Ben Johnson could be the key to unlocking that next level. Looking ahead, Browns fans should keep an eye on how this coaching camaraderie develops. Will Cleveland look to incorporate some of those innovative offensive ideas into their own playbook? How much influence will Stefanski take from Johnson's approach? These are questions that could define our season. And it's not just about offense. It's about setting a tone, building a culture of adaptability and smart football. That's what separates the good teams from the great ones, and Cleveland is clearly positioning itself to be among the latter. Now, thinking about the broader picture, the AFC North is always a battleground. The Ravens are never short of surprises, the Steelers are always tough, and the Bengals are loaded with talent. But if the Browns can elevate their offensive scheme, take some pages from Johnson's playbook, and keep improving defensively, the division could look very different by the end of this year. A division title, playoff run, or even a deep postseason push could hinge on how well the coaching staff adapts and evolves, something Stefanski appears eager to do, especially with insights from one of the league's brightest offensive minds. And Browns fans, that's what makes this offseason so exciting. We're not just hoping for a good season. We're expecting a team that learns, adapts, and finally reaches that next echelon. The potential is there, and these comments about Ben Johnson could just be the catalyst for a breakthrough year. Remember, Cleveland football has a rich history of resilience and fighting spirit, and this coaching staff seems committed to building a team that embodies that same grit, but with a fresh, innovative twist. Now, as we approach training camp and the preseason, keep your eyes peeled for how the offense looks in practice. Watch how Deshaun Watson connects with his receivers, how the offensive line holds up, and whether the schemes look more dynamic and unpredictable. All these little signs will tell us a lot about how much influence Johnson's approach might have on Cleveland's game plan. And knowing how Stefanski likes to adapt his game plans based on what he sees in practice, this could be a season where the Browns surprise a lot of people. At the end of the day, Browns fans, what really matters is that we're on the cusp of something exciting. The team is evolving, the coaching staff is learning from some of the best minds in the league, and the players are hungry to prove themselves. This upcoming season could be a breakout year, especially if the offense takes that leap forward. And with Stefanski's admiration for Ben Johnson, it's clear that Cleveland isn't just sitting still. We're pushing forward, looking to outthink, outplay, and outlast the competition. So let's stay hyped, stay loud, and keep supporting our Browns every step of the way. The AFC North is shaping up to be even more competitive than ever, but if Cleveland can harness this new energy and strategic insight, we might just find ourselves at the top of the division once again. Remember, the road to the Super Bowl is never easy, but with smart coaching, talented players, and a passionate fan base, we have everything we need to make another deep playoff run. Browns fans, this is the season we've been waiting for. Let's make it count. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Stefanski's comments about Ben Johnson? Do you think this could influence our offense in a big way? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Let's go Browns!